Hi Capricorn, welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and thank you so much for being here. So what we're going to do is we are going to do a read for the first half of March. This will be a general read, so if you are looking for a personal read, go to The Guided Intuitive up here or in my description box, all right? What do you need to know? It's going to be the first 2 weeks of March. It's going to be you and who. Now that who could be friend, family member, boyfriend, girlfriend, a person of interest, of course, or one side of a situation or another, all right? All right, so let's jump into this. We're going to start with you first, and then we'll go into the main spread, a little bit more in detail about this other person, this who, right? We're going to find out a little bit more in terms of where they're at, of course, and a little bit about what they want from you, what they like, dislike, and so forth, all right? All right, but let's begin with you. Welcome to March, the first 2 weeks. Let's see what's happening for you, all right? So where is Capricorn already? Here we go, all right? So here's what we've got here. So Capricorn, we've got some sort of opportunity that's coming your way. I've got the Ace of Wands, and then I got the Two of Swords, all right? So whatever opportunity is coming your way, it's about making some sort of decision because of it, all right? So, but that's what I see. The Ace of Wands really talks to me about some sort of inspiration, some sort of I don't know, some sort of creativity, inspiration or creation of some sort. But whatever it is, it's ignited you, right? It is something that you've actually received some sort of download. You get some sort of opportunity. This is a potential, right? So you've got to act on it as well. And that's going to be the key thing. So the acting on it is making a decision, all right? You might feel that you're kind of at a crossroads right now, right? Not being able to see which way to move forward or which way would be best for you. But what this is talking about too, it's the swords. It's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy. You're going to be able to make the right decision. We're going to pull another card on this. I just have this beautiful feeling because your connection with the source is there, and that's what I think is super key, that you're tapping into that in terms of making this decision, whatever that is. You're contemplating. It's so funny. I confirm the decision-making process and I get, okay, she's contemplating, all right? And he, she, it doesn't matter. It's more about the energy. So just focus on that and keep that in mind. But this is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. So before you make that move, as it pertains to, perhaps a love situation or, whatever's brought you to my channel, I'm focusing on love here for these reads here. My general reads are my monthlies, which you'll see at the end of the video, all right? But this is telling me that, you've got 3 empty cups on this side, but you've got 1 beautiful cup. And I don't know if you see this, but it's all full of like rainbow colors and going up into the sky. And I think it's very, very similar to what this connection is here, right? So it is about, really using your intuition and kind of contemplating based upon the past, but then also knowing that you've got another card here to kind of make that choice in what it is that you want. So in terms of love, you're getting grounded a little bit more so you can decide how you want to move forward is what I see here. All right, let's take a look at what the Love Oracle says here about you on this particular area here. What does the Love Oracle say for you here as it pertains to where you're at now? Yeah, it's like before you take those steps forward, which you're going to do, okay, because it says there's going to be movement forward, okay? There's an opportunity for a movement forward, and I really believe you're going to take it, all right? So it's taking those steps necessary. So it's, going within, and then it's, okay, knowing that I have to make a decision, and then it's thinking about which ways that I can go about doing that, and then moving forward, all right? Anything else that wants to come through for you here? Let's take a look what this is. Okay, this has to do, it looks like, with some sort of reconciliation. And I know what you're thinking, guys, but sometimes we really got to go back here and take a look at something here. This is about repairing or rebuilding, but only if you mutually agree to let go of the past, all right? So for those of you that are interested, this is coming out right out of the gate, okay? So obviously, in the collective, this is what I'm picking up a lot of. But you have to mutually agree. It's not one side. It takes 2 people, right, within a relationship. But you both have to leave the past in the past, all right? So that is what is coming through. So note your comments if this resonates with you, and definitely drop a like and subscribe, all right? Definitely helps my channel, so I appreciate that. But that's what I see here, guys. Let's take a look at what's crossing you in terms of this. So some of you might want to, go through something. It's about a repairing or a rebuilding, okay? But we're going to continue and see what else wants to come through here. What's the challenge or opportunity? This is about being able to adapt to doing something like that, okay? So this is the Two of Pentacles. This is about being flexible, and this is about being adaptable, within the situation. So this is same as the opportunity is just to adapt, kind of go, move as things are going. Don't try to force anything to happen, but just kind of move with, how, take inspired action on how you want to move forward. But the Two of Pentacles is just really all about just balance and adaptability, and in that duality of being able to do that. And that is, that's the opportunity, is to be able to do that. Anything else? Yeah, it's changing. You've grown. You've grown from the past. You've learned a lot, right? This is the Six of Cups, and sixes are about growth. There's some sort of growth from this. So this is beautiful, because this just tells me that from innocence and nostalgia, you've grown from a child to an adult, and you actually see you've grown. So there's different ways that you now want to move because you've experienced growth, right? And you can't to ungrow what you already know, right? So you know what you know, right? So this is saying is that you've grown, and you're kind of looking back from the past and think how far that you have come to where you're at right now, okay? What is in your recent past? Let's take a look at your recent past, Capricorn. Let's take a look at what this is. Your recent past. Oh my gosh, the whole deck flew out. Okay, hold up. Let's see. Let's put, they're all face down, so I'm going to keep them that way, and I'm going to let come out what needs to come out in your recent past. What's for Capricorn in the recent past, all right? For the first 2 weeks, whoops, here we go. Queen of Swords. Might be doing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here, okay? This is a person who's very, very confident. She's, very, how do I want to say it? Very, a quick thinker, carries a lot of influence, just very, very, in the mind, incredibly intuitive and perceptive as well. Okay, so she very, very much uses her mind, and she sets out for her goal, what that is for her, and then obviously going ahead and making sure that she achieves that particular goal. So she's really kind of taking a look at what her world is look like, what boundaries and healthy boundaries need to be set. So it looks like you're kind of cutting things out that you need to, but planting the flags where you need to go to. But this is saying be careful not to cage your emotions. So if you see that there's a cup, there's a cup right in there, but you see the cup is caged, and that means your emotions are caged. So this is saying is to kind of really also focus on don't caging your emotions as well. You're coming from the past, maybe from something that you've had to cut something out, but this is seen as you move forward. Don't cage your emotions, because it's going to be very, very key. Okay. Anything else about the recent past that wants to come out? This came through. Yeah, not sugarcoating things. You're not kind of focusing on any. You're not wanting to play into any kind of superficial or expressions. You are really looking deeper into something. If it seems too artificial or superficial, it's not something you really want to get into in terms of a relationship or situation. I think you're looking for something a little bit more, that it's a little bit more of a foundation to, and it's kind of like you're watching out for those that sugarcoat things in terms of a relationship or situation, because that's something that you will cut out, and that was from the recent past. Okay, so let's take a look at what is in the near future. All right, what is in the near future? Okay, so we got the King of Wands, and this is all about having the courage. This is a visionary and entrepreneur. Okay, so this is all about having authority of one's own. Could be a leader in a business of some sort, but having the courage and strength to move forward in the future as it pertains to love. Now, some of you might have Leo in your chart, or you're just taking on that beautiful energy of passion and moving forward. Some of you might be starting your own business too. I have to say that because this is a visionary entrepreneur. Now, this again could be you just taking on this energy and moving forward with strength in terms of love, all right? And you're not giving up. You've got that torch lit and it's on fire, all right? And it's moving forward, and you can say it means business, okay? So, and it's not so much as, it's about passions too, because that's a passionate Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type energy. Anything else in the near future that wants to come out for Capricorn? March 1st through 15th, what's most important for Capricorn in terms of the near future, what wants to come out, what other messages are important that need to come out for Capricorn in terms of their love life. Okay, let's take a look at what that is. Something here. Okay, so I'm going to take this. So it looks like there has been some sort of death and rebirth that has you focused in on, we got death and rebirth, which is focusing in on whatever, whatever that happened that brought you clarity. So again, no more sugarcoating things. You kind of see that, right? You can kind of see the swag, kind of coming up, and you can kind of pick up on those vibrations as they come up. So very, very keen and perceptive, but whatever had happened, it brought the clarity that you needed, and the universe probably brought that in because of that. It's something had to end so you could ground yourself. That red is the root chakra in the death and rebirth card. It's also a 4 card, and that 4 really talks about getting grounded, right? Being, having the courage after this and then to move forward. And you're actually using your source as guidance, but also the phases of the moon. You're watching the phases of the moon as well as to kind of light your way. She's got this candle on her desk, and could be involved in esoteric studies, could be involved in just going to school, or could be involved just getting more information as it pertains to what has happened here and the growth and personal development from there, and getting taking a look at what that is before moving forward. Anything else in terms of the near future, whatever it is, it's a change. Okay, so this change has brought some sort of reflection towards you, which again is very, kind of like, what you're doing here a little bit, kind of reflecting before you move forward in love. But you're reflecting on your thoughts and actions in regards to a relationship or situation is what I feel, and your thoughts, and you've received some sort of enlightenment and spiritual awakening from this. So remember what I said, like your connection with the universe is big, especially pertaining to your love life. You are calling on this type of energy, right? To carry on the good vibrations moving forward, all right? Anything else in terms of the love oracle in the near future for Capricorn? What do we have? Cloud 9. It's almost like you're kind of at that point where you kind of like, you're ready to move forward, and you have this sense of happiness right now. You've got this sense of happiness, and this enlightenment has kind of brought you to where you're feeling really good. It's like a cloud 9. It almost like it seems like a dream, and you're kind of you're really ready to move forward. What is it that you got rid of here? Anything else that is important that you had to surrender to? What it was? This wants you to surrender to passion, honey. This is about getting out of your head and feeling the fire, within your belly and in your heart, right? It wants you to surrender to passion, okay? Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion, and then let it flow, all right? And I think that's why I got this Cloud 9 card. It was a precursor just before the surrender to passion. So it's like you kind of are getting into, whatever it is that is bringing enjoyment to you here, and you've been enlightened, and it's surrendering to passion. So definitely be around people that ignite your passion, okay? And that's what's coming through. What does the Chinese wisdom have to tell us here about you as in terms of overall advice before we move into the other spread? Here we go. Major life change. Yeah, it is. It's time for a major life change. And this could be a new lifestyle, but this also can be a new location that's going to bring you great joy. All right. So it could be a new location and some sort of like this trouble-free existence. There is a major life change that is happening for you. Oh, you guys have to let me know. Note your comments below, right? And definitely drop a like and subscribe while you're at it. But that's what I feel. Let me know if that's what's happening with you. All right. Anything else? Nature. I know Aqua got this too, but this is all about interacting with nature, getting outdoors. getting around animals, you know, kind of like farmlands or the ocean. That's going to be very, very key because it's going to be healing for the body, mind, and soul. Okay, and heart, right? Heart, definitely for the heart, for this any sort of healing. So I'm going to put this aside. All right, and now we're going to jump into the other person over here, the who, right? And let's take a look at where they're at right now. Let's take a look at where they're at right now. Okay, so where is this other person at the first 2 weeks of March? Let's take a look at where they're at. Okay, too many cards. I'm gonna flip them back over here. All right, hold on a second. Too many cards flipped over. Okay, so what is coming out for this other person? I gotta make sure they're all right up now. Okay, here we go. All right, so this other person, first 2 weeks of March, what wants to come out? What messages are for this other person? What do we have? Well, they're in the Queen of Cups energy, which is all about, you know, getting the balance that they need, you know, in terms of their love life or just in terms of life overall. You know, they're really becoming, you know, this is about, you know, focusing on being very influential in terms of being intuitive, being very, very calm, you know, using their intuition, of course, and you know, that's just what I see. Very compassionate as well. Okay, I was just gonna say any more cards coming through, but you know what? Before I didn't ask the question quite yet, so let me go ahead and. Oh my gosh, you guys, these cards are just flipping all over the place. Okay, let's do this. Now let's go ahead. Give me anything more in terms of where this other person is at the first 2 weeks of March. They're dropping a lot of stuff, okay? Feeling the energy, all right? All right, let's take a look. All right, what else? What do we have? Four of Wands. This is happy home, happy harmony. So they're really, you know, focusing on harmony in their home. Now this can also indicate marriage, all right? So this could be that they might be thinking about that, but this is harmony in the home, and that's very key, and it's stable, right? It's the Four of Wands, so they're becoming stable in their emotions and stable in their home and family, right? You know, it's a you know, celebrating, you know, just feeling really good. Yeah, it's fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, and I get the King of Swords. Now, this is one of being authority in terms of the intellect, right? Very clear thinking, very intellectual, very good looking, right? There he is, the King of Swords. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, and they're very wise, incredibly wise and smart, just smart, okay? So there is some sort of, I do feel there this person is at, I've got the King of Swords, and then I've got the Queen of Cups. I almost feel like this is a couple. I almost feel that you might be taking on this type of energy, you know, as well. But for this person, you know, for them, it is about balancing. I think that majorly, if we're just focusing on this person, it's balancing the emotions with the intellect, here, because this is a four card about stability, and it's balancing both sides, you know, the head and the heart. So this is the head and the heart, you know, the emotions and then the mind, okay? So it's balancing that out right now. That's kind of what they're doing right now, and they're trying to create a happy, you know, kind of foundation for themselves here. Let's take anything else. Yeah, they're cleaning up. What they're trying to do is to let go of what no longer serves them. So they're cleaning up things that no longer serve them so they can move forward in their love life much better, you know, and really have a strong, you know, kind of, you know, foundation to move forward with in a relationship or situation. Yeah. And yeah, they're what they're doing right now is they're thinking smart, and they're taking their time, you know, in terms of their love life. Okay. So that's what they're doing right now. All right. I do want to find out what it is that they like about you. What is it that they like about you? I didn't ask that yet, so let me just, this didn't quite flip over. Let's take a look. What is it that they like about you? Okay, now that I will take. What do we have? They see you in the spotlight. They are looking at you. They see you very confident in standing in the spotlight of a wreath of success here. This is like a victory pose that you've increased your confidence here, is what I feel. This is the Six of Wands, which is about growth. Growth has been made in this person in terms of personal development and improvement, and they're doing the everyday things in order for them to, you know, to get the success that they need. Okay, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and then this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, so it's it's a 6 card. The Knights are all about just motion and moving forward. So they're doing the everyday thing that's here. Here's the beauty of this. So if this is mostly on what they like about you, is that they see you, they're in the spotlight and doing everything that you can on the day-to-day basis, okay? So that's really kind of exactly what I feel here. Anything else? Very grounded, secure. You don't make decisions. You just don't hop, all of a sudden and just jump into a decision. You really look at something before you, kind of make that investment, okay? And that's really how I feel. I get the Queen of Pentacles, right? I mean, she knows her value. Look at her. She doesn't even have to have that coin in her hand, and she knows her value. And she's real connected with nature, right? So we talked about that, for you. But this person is very much, really sees you that way, really sees you that way, really connected. And you're very strategic in terms of moving forward in your passion and love life. So they know that you're pretty strategic about that, okay? What is it that they like best about you from the Love Oracle? Whoa. What do they like it best? They like, this is interesting. They like that you appreciate things, that you don't take advantage of things. I get the nibbling mice, which is typically something that people that would take advantage of, but I don't see that. Almost see that this card is incredibly more about that they're that they see you appreciative and don't focus on taking advantage of someone, okay, or a person, place, or thing. That you're focusing on self-love right now, that now is your time for self-love, and they do see that, and that's what they love about you, that you're focusing on self-love, and then you're going through a kind of like a spiritual detox, right? Some sort of spiritual cleanse right now. You're purging out the old, and then they feel that you have options right now, okay? They think you have a lot of opportunities for yourself right now, okay? So that's how they're feeling about you right now. So what they like best is you're kind of detoxing things. You're creating new opportunities for yourself by focusing on love. They see you in the spotlight, and they really see you as someone doing the day-to-day and being very strategic in terms of moving forward. And that's what they like about you. What is it that they don't like about you? What is it that they don't like about you? Let's take a look at what that is. What is it that they don't like about you? What is that? I mean, how could they not love you? All right, let's take a look. What they don't like about you is the heartache that you've caused them, okay? So, and I'm not laughing at you. We are together on this. It's all about growth. Sometimes we've got to, really focus on, with a smile on our face and move forward and continues to work on our development, right? We're all there. But this is, what they don't like is the heartbreak that you give them, okay? So they don't like the heartbreak. And it's hard. That's hard. Anything else on this Three of Swords? That's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. They don't like the heartbreak. Anything else what they don't like about you? Sometimes they don't like the fact that you really have you're very intuitive, and you kind of can see things. You can see things, okay? You kind of see things and you pick up on things quite a bit easier than perhaps that they do. But that's kind of how I feel, is that what they don't like about you is the fact that you're really, who wouldn't like to know the High Priestess and to have that energy? But some might think, oh my gosh, they see too much of me, like I can't hide anything, or I can't get away with a lot with the High Priestess, okay? It's ruled by the moon, right? And that's kind of how I feel here. Wow. Yeah, they rule by the moon. And it's so funny is because that's what kind of came out within your read, kind of, at the very beginning, really focused in on that. So anyway, that's what came out. That's what they don't like, okay? Anything else? They don't like the Nine of Swords, the anxiety, the despair of anything of the sort, that's coming out of here. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it's all about, again, anxiety, despair, that type of thing. Anything else that wants to come through, what they don't like about you? Let's take a look at what that is. What is it? That they're long distance, that you're maybe at a distance from each other. It could be that you're at long distance, and that could be that that might be difficult, okay? So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go a little bit deeper into this because I really want to find out is a little bit more, and we'll get into on extended in terms of what they haven't told you, what is their next move. And we'll also get into what there is, what their intentions are in this relationship or situation. What is their biggest challenge? What their fear there, and then what they're most impressed by, and what the overall outcome is. Okay, so just before I do that, I am going to pull a card that's going to focus a little bit. You know what? Maybe I will pull. I did the wisdom cards. I'll pull a Doreen Butcher card. One from them and one from you. So from them on their side. What does that look like for them? They're encouraged to stay optimistic about their love life. Okay, so this is about doing that. Positive thinking and faith is going to bring romance. And then on your side here, what do we get for you? Let's take a look at what that is. Trust. This is about building trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. So both of you need to stay optimistic and trust. Okay, it's really the same message. Okay, interesting. You might be on the same wavelength. But we'll check it out in the extended, okay? All right, guys. I'm sending you lots of love and light. I hope you join me there. And if not, I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, namaste.